sides. Man United 2, Spurs 2. There's a bit of a mixed fit. Like some people are saying, nah, I'm not happy with that. Like we were poor, outplayed. Lucky they didn't have their better players. Other people are like, you know what? It's kind of what we are. There were some good moments, good for Rasmus, good for Marcus. Like there's some building blocks. You know, Martinez is back. Casemiro, like it's a bit of a mixed feeling.
It is what we are, but I'm not happy. I'm really not happy with that performance. I think, to be honest, we got outplayed from minute 1 to minute 90. I think the 2 goals we scored paper over cracks massively. They hit the post a couple of times. I think they hit the crossbar. So I think we're very lucky to get out of a draw, to be honest.
And that's what a lot of people are sort of debating around, like the feeling of that win because that draw because of what you said. Yeah, well, exactly, which it definitely isn't. But what was the main reasons why you were so disappointed in us?
Lack of style of play, and it's been the whole season, really, hasn't it? And I think that's down to Erik ten Hag, because yeah, we've had injuries, and so that's down to the personnel. But the style of play is the shape of the team, and the players is the quality to execute that style of play and the shape of the team. So I think that game was Erik ten Hag's fault, and I think Postecoglou scored in today in the midfield because he knew if you play 3/8s in the midfield, but I didn't think Bruno were bad, but we know he likes to run out the midfield. So I think Postecoglou looked at that and went, if we play 3/8s, we'll be able to run ragged in the midfield. So
we really struggled with. Listen, it's how Spurs play. Pedro Porro going into midfield, Udogie going into midfield from the other side with those two really high. There's a chart in the first half. Marcus Rashford, although he got his goal, was like, I need you to go. I was like, Marcus, you're must. I need him to go in with Porro, and then he realised it maybe halfway through the half. Udogie had Garnacho in his pocket, sort of. You know, he found it really tough, Garnacho tonight. Was it a case of when you say we're lucky to get out with a draw? What do you mean by that?
Because I think they dominate the whole game, Tottenham, and I think they could have created more chances. And I think if they had Maddison and Son on that pitch, I think we would have got battered. I think we would have got put to the sword. And they missed a couple of good chances today, and we were off from set pieces. But we've been off from set pieces.
We can't defend this zonal marking. It keeps happening. And look, Pedro Porro's got a fantastic delivery from both sides. You know, he put us under huge pressure from all the deliveries. But the way we defended them sometimes was just putting us under pressure every time. And they scored from one as well.
Yeah, I was saying before the game, Ben Tanker's going to score today. We always concede goals from midfielders. I've not checked the stats, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're near the top or at the top for most goals conceded by midfield players. Because the issue is we only have 2 players in that midfield. So we get carved open because we're so open, and then they just do a pull back to the edge of the box, and then they can drive through into the middle and score a goal.
So many cutback goals, yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, look at the Nottingham Forest game.
2 of them, yeah.
Both of them midfielders scored, Danilo and Gibbs White.
What was it, Dominguez or whatever his name is? Can't remember his name.
Yeah,
I think he was in. But I get exactly what you're saying. But look, we didn't lose. We were in winning positions twice. Rasmus Højlund, what a goal! You know, gets an assist for Rashford's goal as well. Really good goal.
Good. I think he was fantastic. I felt bad for him today. I don't think he deserved to be. I think he's one of the only players in the team that probably deserved a result out of the game. I think Rashford was good in the first half, but he was terrible in the second half. I think he got sussed out in the second half. First half he was dangerous and it was a good finish, a good goal, but second half he wasn't great. And then probably should have took off Garnacho because obviously he's been good this season, and so you could see that he looked a bit lightweight out there.
Yeah, he did, and I think in some of those games, he's going to have games like that. So is Kobe. He's going to have games like that. He's going to have moments where he's really calm and looking exceptional on the ball. He's going to have some tougher moments where the game's a bit open and the protection's not around him, and we have to ride that out. Who was your man of the match for us?
I'm going to go Rasmus Højlund. But I know it might sound unpopular, but one thing, I don't think Ten Hag's the man.
Really?
I don't think he's the man. I've given it enough time. I won't sack him now because there's no point, because you get another interim, it's not going to work. But at the end of the season, for the new rebuild, I'll probably get a new manager in.
Why?
Because I've looked at him and there's a lack of style, and that's down to him, not down to the players. Cool The quality hasn't been good this season, but there has been a lack of style. And there's two things I've noticed: is he's a reactive manager and not proactive. Because there's been times where, as an example, the Bayern Munich game, where first 30 minutes it was 50-50, but in the last 15 minutes of that first half, they started to gain control, and I said at half time, get Kobbie Mainoo on at half time and we can gain control of the game. And he brought him on after they scored. And then the Nottingham Forest game, for another example, I think his in-game management's poor, taking off Kobbie Mainoo at half time. I mean, that was stupid, but he's done that a lot of times this season. And I think they're worrying signs for me.
Any more positives for today? Anything, Leach back,
Yeah,
Casemiro on the bench, Luke Shaw to come out, Mason Mount. Do you think, yeah, Ahmad, we don't know, but do you think, just to finish off really quickly, that it's a good thing that we're getting players back, and do you expect to see a difference in us when they are fully back?
I think the quality will be a bit better, but I don't know about the style of play. The issue is we keep on changing it every week. The only acceptance I'll make is when we go to Anfield, because that's a different game.
Just hang on for dear life.
Yeah, and even if we had world-class players from the 25-man squad, I'd want us to play like Anfield anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms of like other games, when we're playing like Bournemouth at Old Trafford, Luton, these teams, we should be able to stamp our authority on the game, and we're not been doing that this season. I think we should forget about personnel, because we've had injuries, but I think the personnel on the pitch should be good enough to stamp our authority in a lot of these games.
Yeah, nice one, Brad. Cheers, bro. I hear ya.